Welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, welcome to my channel. Today, y'all, I am sharing with you my Ancestry DNA results. So if you want to know who I am besides just Maryland, then you know you got to stay tuned. But I've always known that I was an African princess, and this is just further proving that. I took my Ancestry DNA results about 5 weeks ago. I took them while I was home in Chicago for the holiday, and I was so excited to do this. The majority of Black people believe that we are descendants of American Indians, and so I've always thought that, but I soon learned that most African Americans, most Black people, have a really small percentage of American Indian in their ancestry. So when I got my results back on this past Thursday, I was scared to open them because I didn't know what it was going to tell me. For 27 years, all I knew was I was Black and I might have Indian in my blood. That's why my hair looked like this. Jokes. But I just always knew I was Black and I didn't know anything more. So I went through Ancestry.com and I ordered the DNA kit. It was $89.99 and then I had to pay $9 for shipping. The kit got to my mom's house in about 4 days after I ordered it. All you have to do is collect your saliva in a little test tube, and I actually had footage of this, but I don't know where it is, so we're just gonna go on without it. So you collect your saliva, you send it off, and within 6 to 8 weeks, Ancestry will email you your results. So on Thursday morning, I got that email, sat down at my computer, I FaceTimed my mother, and I looked at my results. And I was really surprised by what I saw. In the case of 27-year-old Marilyn, her DNA proves that she is 82%, you heard me, 82% connected to the continent of Africa. I really thought the number was going to be a lot lower. Within that 82% though, the percentages are really small. And so I have 19% Mali, 17% Cameroon, Congo, 14% Ivory Coast, Ghana, 12% Benin, Togo, 9% Nigeria, 3% African South Central hunter-gatherers, 7% Senegal, and 1% or less than 1% Africa Southeastern Bantu. 82% ethnicity traced to the continent of Africa. 16% is traced to Europe. So within that 16%, I have 5% Western Europe, 4% Ireland, 4% Eastern Europe, and 3% Great Britain, which means there are only 2% left. And when I saw the 2%, I was like, oh, okay, that's not at all what I was expecting. So the last 2% of my Ancestry DNA is Asia, and it is Central Asia. We are talking about the stands, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Kazakhstan. So I don't really know what this means for me. It doesn't change anything. I'm not going to go and with my 19% Mali, go to Mali and say, you know, I'm here, accept me. I'm not going to walk around and say I'm 82% from the continent of Africa and therefore I know the African diaspora. I don't. I'm still me. I'm still from the south side of Chicago. But it kind of just helps you to understand things. So I've always known that obviously because of my skin color that I've had a connection to, you know, Mother Africa. But now I get to kind of see it be quantified. Again, I don't really know what that means for me. If I were to go to these countries, they would still just see me as a Black American. And there's nothing wrong with that because I don't understand that culture. I don't assimilate to that culture, but I respect it and I appreciate it because it is essentially part of who I am. So again, comment if you've ran your DNA and what did it say? Were you surprised? Were you happy? Were you sad? Were you like, wait a minute, I know I'm something and it's missing that? Thumbs up the video if you liked it and subscribe. It's right here. Just hit the subscribe button. I appreciate your lives and